If you're interested in supporting this work, you can support me on Patreon, and that will help me make more videos and more podcasts for you in the future. Click the link down below on Patreon, or I'll put the link up here in the corner to Patreon, so you can go there and become a Patreon supporter.
Get mantra and meditation MP3s at JasonGallant.ca.
Today I'd like to talk about the creation principle, or the source of creation itself. But as you noticed, I'm in a blanket here. It's cold outside, even though it's a little bit sunny, half cloudy, a little bit of wind here, so just bear with me if the wind picks up again, because sometimes this happens. And for those of you who know me, you might get a little bit of a kick out of this. I have a dragon blanket. This dragon blanket has been in my car for a while, so yeah, it was given to me as a gift for some reason, and yeah, so that's what I'm wearing today to keep warm. So today let's talk about creation. Right? Creation is a very interesting thing. Many of us want to create. I mean, in many of the greatest moments in your life, you're creating something, or at least you feel you are. Whether it's a child, or whether it's a great work of art, or whether you're recreating yourself. And that's really what this comes back to, is on the spiritual journey, you're recreating yourself. And what I mean by self is your identity. You're recreating this because your identity is not necessarily a static thing. It changes throughout your life. So when you recreate yourself, that is the first level of creation. Probably the most important one. Actually, it is the most important one. I was just being nice. It's the most important one, because if you do not know how to create the creator aspect in front of you, how can other creations truly manifest? So let me explain it like this, and I'm sorry if I'm a little abstract at times, but the ego or the identity doesn't have its own creative power. It doesn't make something out of nothing. The identity will look at something, compare, and then try to copy in some way with a slight change. But everything that is the original or the true creation comes from nothing at all. And so it was with you. Hence the Shiva principle. You came from the great nothingness, the great emptiness, the vastness of space. And then the I was born, or you were born. Now, if you want to have true power, the true power to create, because anyone can destroy. Anyone could topple a structure down. It's so much easier to destroy a building than it is to create one, right? But if you want to experience true creation, you return back to source. Back to the source of where you were born. The womb of the universe, the great nothingness. It's what we call the ego death. When it is experienced, or not experienced really, through meditation, it's called nirvikalpa samadhi, a type of samadhi, where there's no you. There's no experience, nothing, it's just gone. Now, from the sacrifice of the ego, or the letting go of all that you feel is you, all of the false misconceptions you have around who you think you are, the grandness of the emptiness reveals who you truly are, which is infinite. It is beyond limitation. And the only thing the mind can measure is limitation, or differentiation, or polarities, or borders and boundaries. The mind cannot experience anything in boundlessness. There's nothing to experience. The mind can only experience densities or differences. That's how it orients itself. So in your deepest meditation, when you let go of all of your concepts, you are returning back to the source of creation itself. The spaciousness before creation. Now, when the space moves, then it creates something. The creator aspect, you could call this. The first incarnation of the Brahma aspect or the ego. And when the ego is born, it is actually the first creation. And then from there, all other creations happen. But it is only through returning back to the boundlessness of infinite possibility can you truly create. When you surrender back into this, what happens is your ego becomes a vessel for this boundlessness. And then the impossible becomes possible. Things that were impossible to the previous identity become possible to this new one. Some people could call it spiritual abilities, or perhaps just mastery of life or existence itself. So this continual surrender and then outward movement that I talk about all the time, there's this surrender, this absolute yin point, and then there's the movement outwards. And each time, the identity is reborn with more of the intelligence of the infinite. More of the movement of freedom, of love, of the natural state of all that there is. It becomes a blessing for everyone, even if most will never see it or know. It introduces the miracle power. Miracles start to move through the vehicle that is infused with the infinite possibility. That's where miracles come from. I'm by no means insinuating that I am the emissary of the miraculous, but I have become very aware of this surrender phenomenon and the benefits that come with it. So if you wish to become a true creator, go back to the source of creation itself, the source that created you. Then the secrets of creation will reveal themselves to you and bless everyone and everything around you. So I hope this helps you on your spiritual journey. Take care for now. Those of you who are interested in taking a formal course on enlightenment, my teacher Aratima offers a formal course called the Wisdom Life School. You can get more information at aratima.com.